Hey there, fellow gamers. Owner is here, back with another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. Boy, things are starting to get to a point where we've got a lot of materials going on up here. And what are we going to do with all these materials? Well, it's a very good question. I think at the end of the last episode, I was saying, look, we should probably look into maybe doing some science or getting sort of towards some of the more intermediate things, but something's been bugging me, and it's been pointed out a few times by Power that we have no deuterium production. We've got the research was done a long time ago, and where is it? Deuterium. So we've got the two recipes. One is hydrogen sink, and the other is fractionation, which has a very small chance of creating deuterium, but is a 1-to-1 ratio of hydrogen. And as has been pointed out, the 1% chance, if it doesn't work, the hydrogen is exported. So we could set up fractionation and not be using up our hydrogen, which we need for what? What do we need hydrogen for? Let's have a look. There is definitely something. Energy matrix. If we want to be doing science here, we will need hydrogen. That's not it. I'm sure there's something recently that we've used hydrogen to make. Energetic graphite. That's actually hydrogen positive. We will be doing that. So we're going to actually end up with quite a bit of hydrogen. What is our hydrogen going to be used for? Hydrogen fuel rods? Not super important. We will set up some production here because I don't want to be without it. If I just use it for science, we've got a fair bit of the research done, and if I let this build up while we're using our refined fuel, we're actually going to have a problem where we might end up with a lack of refined fuel because our storage of hydrogen is full, which would be pretty disastrous. So our refined fuel gets used for a lot of things. So if we actually set up fractionation, we're probably going to be too hydrogen positive. And certainly if we do energetic graphite, from which we have to do here, fuel oil and hydrogen, we're going to end up with way more hydrogen than we need. So maybe using the 10-to-1 hydrogen is a good way to sink our hydrogen on this planet. I'm gonna do it. Probably going to get lots of disagreement, but it's what we're doing. So I assume it's done in a chem plant, not a oil refinery, but let's have a look. I'm absolutely correct in that it's not done in an oil refinery. Let's see. Deuterium, it's done in a fractionator. Aha, cannot be made in a replicator. We don't have any fractionators. What do we need to make a fractionator? Fractionator, here we go. It is glass, stone, CPUs, and steel. So we don't actually have any CPUs here. Maybe that just means that we've set our hand into what we need to be doing, and that's making some intermediates. All right, let's start with you here. So if I want to make CPUs, for instance, I actually need circuits, and circuits nice and easy to make. Circuits and these guys, which are also easy to make. So we can make both of these things just from the 3 components, which is great because we can get 3 components out of here. Always doing that. I'll get there eventually. All right. So we're going to demand these 3 components: silicon, copper, and iron. We probably set it down to like the 500, 600, something like that. They are just next door. Iron, copper. Our silicon is on the other side of the planet, isn't it? That's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's demand. I'll give you 10 of these. Sure, 15. You're a lucky man. Max loads. Charging power's fine. you will however need power. Okay, so now with those 3 things, we can then make two outputs here. First of all, I want to make the circuits. And we're probably actually going to send the circuits into the network, because we do need circuits for other things, mainly science. But let's see what we can do. So a green belt of iron will give us a green belt of CPUs. But we only need half a green belt of copper. But I'm not going to be fiddling around with that. So now the question is, do I want to actually get rid of the silicon from here and feed back in circuits to this one? And then have another one over here that is I copied it again. Now the trick, I have been just clicking on this and that still has the same recipe. I got told, I think it was Squishy Chew, that if I select something else and then select this guy, it should in theory forget what was selected. Let's have a look. And it did. Perfect. Okay. So if you are receiving circuits, because we do want circuits, and receiving CPUs, that should be the order that we do it in. Okay, let's just see how this works, and we'll play it by ear. So what am I doing? Production. Let's get one of you guys. We'll start on this line over here, so we're looking pretty much like everywhere else. So this guy is going to be producing our... Well, let's make this guy circuits. Is that... Because I want to bring the circuits into here. Nah, okay. I'm gonna ditch this. We're gonna end up with a bunch over here. Over here, we're gonna put you here. I'm going to ditch that, and we'll pop you in there, get all of that in there, except for we probably want to have a little bit on us in the chance that we actually want to make something. So we have you there. You are actually on demand. Yeah, okay, I like this a bit better. And you will be making circuits. So you'll be making circuits and supplying circuits. Circuits, where are you? I've lost it. There it is over there. Okay, you're supplying circuits, yes. 5,000 circuits, that's a lot of circuits. Gosh, let's get down, out of air, so movement is a little bit more responsive. Okay, this is better. Let's get circuits. We need 2 belts. 2 belts in copper and iron on the closer one, and then an out that runs straight into there. Beautiful. And then we'll run another circuits out to get in for our CPUs. Yes, I've got some ideas. Already. These guys, I'm assuming we can get the 3 per power line. If I put in another one here and another one, I can actually get 4, I think. Yeah, okay, we can get four in here. We'll put down, we could do 12 or we could do 18 because these are limited. These are limited in their... okay, so 3 is actually the minimum, the maximum grouping. I can't do a group of 4. That's interesting. For the sake of dragging, we are going to go with 3. We're going to go with 3 and then a gap. And a power pole like that. Okay. But first of all, let's see how long this is going to be. If I want to do 12, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we almost got there. And I will do 12, even though we're not going to fully utilize the belt. No, let's stick with our plan. 18. It's a big amount. Tab 12, 15, 18. All right. You go all the way out to there. That's the wrong way, isn't it? Is it going to connect up? I can't remember. I think I've got the inputs on this side. Yeah, I do. All right. Luckily, I'm very glad that the removal of them doesn't take bots. Removal of them does not take bots. So if I get rid of that whole line there, we'll do that. And then down here, we'll go all the way up to there. All right. Oh boy. Get some power poles dotting in between. We've already put one in there. Oh, there's a gap of 2. What's going on? Oh, I totally forgot. I totally forgot. With assemblers, we can actually put them next to each other. So let's because the power poles can fit in between. Oh yeah. Some vein utilization. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. No, apparently didn't want to do that last one. No, the last one's wrong. I believe that was only 17. Let's have a look. Yep, that's 17. And then 18. Alright, so now we can not stuff up the direction of the belts again. And you go to here, and you go to there. Alrighty. I wonder why you can't put... I wonder why the assemblers are okay for these in between, but the smelters aren't. It's an interesting question. One I'm not overly worried about, to be honest. Okay, so we've got iron, we've got copper, and we've got an output. That seems very good. Let's get you guys some sorters all the way out to there. No, stuff that up somehow. All the way out to there. And then we fill it in with power poles. Oh, no, not there. That's a silly spot for a power pole. We've got to go every 4th one. So 1, 2, 1, 2 to there. 1, 2 there, and there. Yeah, that worked out really well. Okay. Now we just need to bring in some components. So this one needs to be iron. And this one needs to be copper. And then this one should start creating CPUs. Beautiful. All right. And if I've done my math correctly with the 0.75 production speed, we should get a full belt. There you go. You can see it filling that little gap in. Oh man, that's nice. Until this one, like we've done something wrong, haven't we? Because these ones at the back aren't even getting any. What have I done wrong? It is, the problem I have is that this is every 1 second. Wow. Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This should be the last one seeing any iron. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those ones are actually doing nothing. Yeah, well, look, math. It's never do it on camera. Never do it on camera. And get rid of those ones at least. This one's actually still not seeing any iron. So we have got some issue that I've not calculated right. So we've got 8. The 0.75 factor. Anyway. I'll leave 9, and we'll be happy. That would be an extra 50%. Yeah, I see what's going on. 33%. 2. Oh man, 8 is the correct amount. 8 is the correct amount that we can support. But now I just feel like I've got to remove that for math, or I'll never forgive myself. Okay. Now that is just CPUs. We've got CPUs coming in there. What we'll do is we'll have CPUs coming out here. No. coming out here. And we'll leave a little gap. We'll leave a little gap. Will we? Yeah. And then here we're going to put in. We're going to put in without the inserters. We're going to make these CPUs. We're going to make these CPUs. Change you over to CPU, and then we'll have an input coming in here of. We don't actually have it in yet, so we're going to do number one. Number one, doing that, and then an output of CPUs. Okay, and this here, we need to change to components, microcrystalline components. There we go. All right, and we'll feed them in. We'll feed them in from here. Oh, what just happened there? Autosave. Autosave caught me. Yeah, we'll have microcrystalline components coming in here, and they need silicon, and they also need, dang it, they need the iron, don't they? Silicon and iron. I thought I was going to get away with being super fancy, but I did not. Okay, I tried to be too tricky. So you're going to be silicon. Yeah, this will be fine. This will be fine. You're going to be silicon, and then we'll bring a iron in from. Is it iron or copper? Better double check that before I build in the infrastructure. Microcrystalline components. It is copper. It is copper. All right. Let's get back to the pointer. There we go. And we have copper coming out there. We'll go kind of up one. Over to here, and then down. All right, that'll do it. Now let's have a look at some numbers on this one, because these are much slower from memory. Yeah, so every 2 seconds, so it takes a full belt of silicon and produces half a belt of crystalline components, which is fine. So with half a belt of crystalline components, remember that. Full belt of silicon to half a belt of crystalline components. So we should have. Do we want to build 2 of these? I think we do. And I can do that because it will share. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'll share that copper belt. Am I dreaming here? I think I'm not. And you filter. Where are you, filter? There it is. We need you making some more silicon. And then another output here for microcrystalline components. Okay, so that'll give us a full green belt of microcrystalline components. Do I need that? Let's just see. What is the ratio here? It is a full belt of each. It is a full belt of each. Yep. Okay. I do need that. I do need it. So I'm happy with this. We need way more of these, don't we, to get a full belt? Because each one produces one every 2 seconds, so half a second. So we actually need 24 of these. Then the 0.75 factor. Oh man, another third of that is 8. We would need 32. We would need 32 to do a full belt. That's a lot, isn't it? If that's 8, we need it to be 4 times that long. We need it to be 4 times that long. Whew. That's extreme, isn't it? Do I want to commit to that? Do I want to commit to that? Let's at least double this length. Because we have a look at the refineries. They're out pretty long, aren't they? Yeah. Man, it's a tough call. What am I missing? I actually don't have enough landfill. We should make some landfill, shouldn't we? What do I need for that? I need stone and steel. All right. We can. Oh man, the stone's on the ground. Stone's on the ground. We can, of course, pop you in here. I feel like landfill is something that we're going to go and plonk over here. Steel and stone. Steel and get 1,000 stone. Demand. Yep, we got it somewhere. There it is. There, right next door. That right next door. Okay, clear and reset. We can actually just run some of these just straight out, can't we? I still kind of want to clear that area. Yeah, so stone. Keep that area clear. All right, we'll go around it. We'll see if I like this or not. To there, and some steel. This is our smelting over here. Yep. Let's go around it like that. That should be enough to get the miners in. Over to here. All right. And then, what is this made in? A smelter from memory? Replicator. No, whoops. Replicator is us. We are the replicator. It's made in an assembler. Assembler. Did I space this right? I did not. So it's a shame, isn't it? So you keep going. That's not exactly straight, and that's probably going to irritate me quite a bit. But we'll be fine. We will be fine, won't we? Won't we? And then we'll. I'm going to run this back this way, and then we can go up and over there, and then back down to here, and we'll put a box in there. Put a box in there for this. So how quickly are we making these? These are 1 a second. All right. We can just run. I don't know if we need that many of them, but we'll do 2, 4, 6, 8. No, apparently we won't. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Drone speed, yeah. Unlocks logistics vessel warp. We'll need that in the future. Now, why am I not getting anything out of here?
Logistics carrier engine level 4. It allows the logistics vessel to warp, but they will consume 2 space warpers back and forth to transport cargo. So needs to make sure there are enough
2 space warpers. All right, good to know.
Station at any time.
Okay, let's finish hooking this up. There, and there. We're going to need some power poles, of course. Can that one hook up? It can. That's actually really nice, because then we can just get away with 2 power poles, some sorters running in, and out. I believe the output actually will need to be upgraded if we want to do the full speed out of these, which I think we do. And then storage-wise, I mean, we don't need these for anything else other than building. So storage-wise, we definitely want to put these in a box. And if I'm getting 8 a second, we're probably going to need. These guys are doing 3 trips a second. We'll actually need 3 of these to keep up with the demand. And a power pole. Where are you, power pole? Let me click on you. There you are. It's so much easier than actually selecting it. All right, and let's just fill this thing up. All right. These guys are outputting because they would have backed up their supply, but once that supply goes down, we should see everyone being able to output, and there we go. All right. And I'll grab those. We'll come back in a moment. Once we have sorted out our supply over here. All right. So that was 8. That was 8 of these, wasn't it? If I just copy them and paste them. Nope, not there. Oh gosh. There, 8. That's 24. That's probably enough. I think that's going to be enough. And I've probably stuffed up the math yet again, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. All right, let's get that goes up, and that is the output on the outside there. All right, let's just get some of these up and running, so we can see what we're in for. All right, 1, 2, 1. Gosh, now I've lost where the power pole is. There it is. Okay, every fourth. This might not. Every fourth might not work with the other side. I'm thinking, yeah, you can see over here. These ones here are going to be lacking power. That's okay though. We'll put some more power poles in for them. They'll appreciate it. And wow. Wow. All right. Yep. Beautiful. Okay. Now we need some. Well, we need some more belts, but we also need to set up the inserters here. We need you. We need you. No, I hate that, because if we're taking both sides from this copper belt, then we actually want the copper to come. What's going on here? We want the copper to come in on those two like that, and then the insides can be used for the silicon. Yeah, it's just nicer. Just nicer. All right. Thank you. Let's copy this down here. Keep these belts going. All right. Let's just see how this runs. We want to keep an eye on the silicon supply, because if my math is wrong, then the silicon's going to run out before we get down all the way down here. Yeah, this is it's a big build. It's a big build. But if we want to have serious CPUs, which CPUs are getting used for a lot of things, like science and lots of other things, man, yeah, we're gonna have to fill that area in. And this isn't even a full belt. Remember, this was 24 of the 32 that I kind of posited that we would need. Now, we still need, we haven't got all the inserters set up. We've got the belts going, but all the inserters are not set up. Copper, and out to here. There we go. Alright. Silicon is being used. Man, I've stuffed it up, haven't I? Look at that. What am I doing wrong? 12 a second. We've got 12 a second. These are using 1 a second. I'm an idiot. Yep. Yeah, these are using 1 a second, so 12 plus a third of 12 is 16. And we'll probably see that this is about 16 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ha! Well, yeah, it's, math. I had a look, I was looking at the... Is that 16 to there? It is, okay. We are seeing this one here. Get out of here. Oh, gosh. We are seeing this one here actually pick some up. I wonder if that's... We just stuffed something else up. So I had what, 24? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that now should be our right number. Maybe. Who knows? I've stuffed it up so many times that I'm not even sure myself anymore. Alright, but that seems better for our silicon, doesn't it? Our silicon is backing up over here. What's your problem? Oh yeah, that's right. I put a heap of silicon in that one, so he's not actually picking any up. All right, this looks to me a little bit more tenable than what we had. All right, so let's get this other line of silicon running down here, down to there. 1, 2, 3, and then this output runs up to there. All right. Okay. So now we have a full belt. How are we doing for time? Man, we're at time. Gosh. You can then go out. You should have everything you need. Yes, you do. Copy you out to the same length as this other one. I'm stuck on a rock. And get you out one further. One further, please. I wonder if that's the limit of how many I can place. But there we go. All right. Get you going. And we should have 2 half belts going. This doesn't really look like half a belt. Doesn't really look like half a belt, does it? Anyway, we now have, assuming we have a full belt of each, we are now making CPUs, which a full belt of each will turn into half a belt of CPUs, which is fine. How many do we need though? Okay, how many do we need? If we want to be using 12 a second, gosh, we're using 2 every 3 seconds. Wow, that makes the math even more difficult. So using 12 a second will take 18 seconds we'll use 12. In 18 seconds we'll use 12. No, I'm stuffing this up, don't I? We want to make if we have 3 of these, it makes 1 a second, which uses 2. Okay, this is going to make the math easier. If we were making 1 a second, we would have 3 of these, and we'd be using 2 a second of the components. We want to make 12 times that. Well, we want to make 6 times that, so we have a full belt used, 12 of the components. So 6 times 3 is 18. There we go. What could possibly go wrong? Yes. All right. Let's just see. Let's just put it in and see how wrong I am. Okay. Where are we? Inserters. There we go. All right. Let's get you coming in, and out. We've got everything we need. And not sure how many that even is. Oh, I said 18, didn't I? That is 12. We need 6 more. Alright, let's get you going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up to that line there. Alright, gosh. We better fill that area in. Even though we could put belts here, but we're not going to be able to place down the components that we want. The assemblers, sorry. Alright, if I did my spacing correctly, that should get us where we need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I went a little bit too far. Alright. But if I now measure that one, that is 18. Alright, that is the full 18. Gosh, so many buttons. So many misclicks. Now apparently we have power from these other ones to everywhere there. Yep. So it's just here where we start running out. And one there. Interestingly, these ones seem to have just caught the power, so we don't actually, like, these are actually powered. I thought I was going to have to put in some power poles on this other side, but yeah, this power pole here is actually covering the sorter on the output here. I wonder if you just need to power the assembler. If someone knows the answer to that one, do drop it in the comments. It certainly looks like you just need to power the assembler. Alright, let's get rid of those and pop those bits in there. Okay, how are we looking now? Are we making CPUs? Are we making half a belt of CPUs? Are we using a full belt of these other bits? Does not look like it, does it? Definitely, it definitely looks like we can put in more, doesn't it? So that's 18. So if we look at this, 18 divided by 3 is 6. So it should be making 6 a second. And that should be using 12 a second. How's our power situation? We are at 100 satisfaction. I'm not sure. Why are you not doing anything? You're out. Okay. That's the only one that's not powered. Well, that's not bad. Is everyone working? I mean, everyone seems to be working. And we just seem to have way more than I thought. Let's extend this out another 6. Another 6. There we go. Not sure why that bit's there. Nope, that's a wrong way around. There we go. All right. So back out to there. Looks like we got tiny bit we didn't delete must have been what that is. And up here. And connect that in. Alright. There we go. Then we'll need some more power out here as well. Oh, now we are in power land, power issue land. All right, we are at 90% satisfaction. I wonder if we need to do a little bit of placement. Okay, so we're at 35 minutes. I am going to pause the research, and off camera I'm going to place down a bunch more solar panels around the equator. Do we actually have room? I do have room to put another layer on either side of the equator, so I'm probably going to do that to get our power back up and running. But I'm pretty happy with this CPU build. Although clearly I've totally stuffed up the math. Look, not that I'm complaining. Getting all these CPUs going is pretty sweet. We've already made like 1,000 CPUs. This is going to have to be increased. If we're not keeping up with supply, then this is a problem. And in fact, looks like we need to pop in a few more of those, because we were limited by the number that are coming in. Maybe our silicon production is actually too low. That's probably what that is. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're already hitting some caps. These guys are fine. But yeah, it looks like our silicon is needing some boosting. So maybe next episode. I mean, we've got so many CPUs now, I probably don't need to worry about it. But in the future, we would need to ramp up our silicon to keep going. But as always, there's just so much I could do. I could just keep going and fiddling with this for like the next hour or two, and the episode would be way too long. So I'm going to end it there. Next time, we'll think about, like I said, off camera, I'm going to put down a bunch more solar panels, and then we need to think about where we're going to go from here. We've got CPUs now. I think science is probably a pretty easy bump up here if we want to boost that. Otherwise, we just keep plugging along with these materials. Yeah, it's lots of fun, lots of stuff ahead of us, lots of making. We haven't even started doing any of our plastics or sulfuric acid, all those things. Lots of stuff to do. Plenty of time to do it though. No rush. Just enjoying the game as it stands. As always, thanks to my amazing patrons, and I'll catch you next time.